Sent to Hades for blasphemy against the gods of Greece.
Blasphemy? I'm sure he didn't mean it.
It's hard for you to struggle against the voices, isn't it?
Oppose you? Indeed, I am going to oppose you.
I could kill you myself.
I can see, to be honest, why people might want to collect film, a much simpler medium, to somehow make that relevant. Because film, you just put it in the projector, you shine your torch through it, and job, there you go.
Nice and simple. Yeah.
Entertainment. Yeah.
I guess where you're heading from that is there's rumours. There's rumours of missing episodes.
There's rumours, yes.
Yes.
Which I've not been paying attention to, I must admit.
Really?
Yeah.
But you've changed, Blas. You've changed.
It was the Omni rumour. It burnt me out.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Yeah, straight away, there is that. You see, the thing is, I've always liked Film is Fabulous. They've been doing it a different way. They've been really professional.
Yeah.
And they haven't dangled or teased anything like, I don't know, Philip Morris, at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've never done that. I've always just liked their attitude, and I thought, you know what? They might get somewhere. Thinking one or two at best.
Yeah.
There are more than two.
Apparently, I mean, they've changed their status recently. They've achieved charitable status. This episode, which apparently makes a difference and gives them a bit more leeway.
They'll be able to get insurance and things like that as well.
Yeah, I mean, my partner works for a charity and she's vigorously nodding at me. So,
yeah.
So, it obviously makes a difference.
I think that's very, very interesting in terms of the announcement. Let us be cynical about it, or realistic, and say, okay, maybe they need money to access stuff. Maybe some collectors want to be paid. They know what they have. All right, BBC can't do it. They cannot do it. Can't be seen to. I don't know whether worldwide could, but they don't seem to want to. Whatever, maybe they can't either. So this is a way around that. And so, they get into this position where they know there's Doctor Who stuff out there. They know that Doctor Who stuff will bring in donations. So they get the charitable status organized, and then they make an announcement. I guess that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Really. And fair play to them for doing so.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with them. I have a problem with the collectors who've been hoarding it for all these years and now want money. But hey, that's them. If this is the way to get them to us, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it is obviously genuine as well, because I've seen things recently on Avengers sites as well, talking about the possibility of Avengers episodes returning by the same means. So it's not just Doctor Who fans kind of overreacting.
No. And Film is Fabulous have said from over the last 18 months or so, they're all film collectors rather than as in movie collectors.
Yeah.
And in the medium itself. And they've been going, we had no idea how much television there was out there.
Yeah.
Stored on film, telerecorders. They've all been stunned by that. And that always made my ears prick up and go, because that means large collections.
Yeah.
The amount, they've always said the amount of television. That's they've been surprised by the amount. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of it'll be prints of Star Trek, prints of The Prisoner, prints of film series that are television, but which completely exist. But I always thought, well, we know the BBC was leaking like a sieve.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
this stuff was being chucked down.
They would chuck film cans in a skip, and anyone walking past could help themselves. I'm not surprised at loads.
And we have a definite example. The guy who had Master Plan, Francis Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
He took an episode of Master Plan and an episode of the Daleks at random, because why not?
Yeah,
basically from storage. They were just there. Forgotten about.
Yeah, it was letting them get destroyed, or it's like, I'll stick them in a big coat tag, but why not?
in those circumstances, you can kind of understand why they didn't come forward because somebody in that situation who has taken it directly from the BBC might be
Yeah.
Yeah,
thinking, "Oh, I don't want to get accused
yeah, from
of
the
having
employer. Yeah, I
stolen
mean,
it," basically. Yeah.
And on that, of course, there's the Bob Monkhouse case,
Mm.
which terrified a lot of collectors. And they, because he got prosecuted, they tried to prosecute him anyway
Yeah.
yeah,
for having all these films, and he got off. He was, he was vindicated because he wasn't making any money out of them. He was just collecting the material, kind of, if you like, the physical material. I
Yeah.
think at that
yeah,
point it was starting, and
and a lot of his
that's the time you're
collection,
getting VHS in.
a lot of his collection got destroyed as well, didn't it? And the police went in, they took it all, and
It
a
did,
lot of it,
unfortunately.
a lot of it
Yeah,
disappeared or
yeah,
got
yeah.
destroyed.
Um,
Um,
Although I believe there are rumors that it didn't get destroyed, it got just quietly sifted out to collections.
mm,
Mm.
I mean, that's apocryphal,
Yeah.
and the movie stuff that it would
yeah,
have been.
yeah,
Um, but also, he had reams and reams and reams. I mean, I used to have shelves of VHSs, not like Bob Monkhouse.
yeah,
Yeah.
He had rooms of them, and outdoor enormous sheds of them, um, and had tons of stuff.
Yeah.
That and going back to N1500 as well.
mm,
I think beforehand, I think going back to reel-to-reel domestic formats in the 60s.
Yeah.
yeah,
He preserved as much as one could, at least of his own output. And that was great, but that's a one-off collector. But I
Yeah.
think what that proved is that one person, one collector can have a hell of a lot of stuff. It takes one avid collector.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that's what we're finding here. I'm not expecting low. I mean, hasn't it been interesting to see all the Omni? You mentioned the Omni Room being burned out straight up, Baz.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah, I know. I'm
yeah.
absolutely. We lived through two. They were great days.
True.
Um, but the Omni Room was enormously damaging.
Yeah,
Really. But that was always connected with overseas vaults that may or may not exist. The
Yeah.
yeah. I
whole
mean, to give some context to that, I suppose we should. I mean, obviously, it's been 12 years now. It's been a long time.
Hmm.
That's
But I
12
mean,
years.
yeah, 12 years is the longest gap ever. Philip Morris turned up those 11 episodes, 10,
Yeah.
11 episodes.
Yeah.
And then the rumor was, oh, we're going to get some more next year. We're going to get some more. After
Mm.
that, it's going to be really start happening quickly. We're going to get loads and
Mm.
loads. And then nothing happened. And then nothing happened. And nothing happened.
Mhm. And it was the mother lode. There was all these incredibly sort of well-reasoned, but basically completely invented posts on
Yeah,
social media going, I think it's this and this and this and this and this, and here's why.
yeah.
And I have noticed we're getting exactly the same thing again. Oh, it could be this, it could be. Well, yeah, it could be.
Could be. We
Yeah.
don't
We have
know. Yeah.
absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
Apart from, I've got a gut feeling of 10th Planet 4 and Master Plan. I've always had those gut feelings
Yeah.
because why have we got three of Master Plan? There was
Yeah.
clearly a run of prints made. They wouldn't have just made those three episodes, would they? They'd have made them all
No.
apart from Peter Stephen. They were in the UK. We know that episodes 3 and 4 were in existence in the mid 70s for Blue Peter.
Mm,
Yeah.
Whether it's the Australian prints that came back after they rejected it, or whether it's a new run of prints made, I believe no one knows. But there was a run of prints of Master Plan around
Yeah.
that then didn't go into the system. They didn't get sold, so they didn't go into the system in the normal way. And I think Francis Wilson picked up 2 episodes with Daleks in because Daleks. I think
Yeah.
Master Plan episodes are more likely than
Yeah.
for that reason. It'll be a
yeah.
quirk. Again, it takes one quirk.
Because they're
That
Dalek
that
episodes,
set of
people,
prints.
yeah, people might have taken them. Yeah.
And we have evidence of that quirk because we have 3 episodes that
Yeah.
we shouldn't have really. Therefore, that quirk happened.
Mhm.
Therefore, I've
Yeah.
always thought more Master Plan potentially is likely.
Yeah. When Web of Fear and Enemy of the World came back, there were all these rumors kind of when those were announced of people. Initially, people were saying those two and Marco Polo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of that. I can never make up my mind whether that was just wish fulfillment that people really wanted Marco Polo to be back, so you could have a more complete series one, or
Mm.
whether there was something there that was like very quickly brushed under the carpet.
Yeah, it got attached at some point, but who knows? Yeah.
I've always thought that it's possible that Phil Morris found Marco Polo and has it, sat on it.
Yeah,
Mm.
because it
Uh,
wasn't part of the Omni rumor, was it? It was linked
no,
to
it
at
wasn't.
least
It was
two
part of
as
the,
three. Yeah,
yeah, it was part
Yeah.
of the rumor of three stories, and two of them came true.
yeah,
Exactly. It was a different thing. I think the Omni rumor came out of that and the whole Baker box and all that, you know. I mean, I saw an interesting post which I dismiss other than, but that's an interesting thought process
yeah,
of someone saying, what if some of the people, one of the people that Film is Fabulous is dealing with, one of the collectors who has stuff and requires money, is Phil Morris,
yeah,
who maybe, who
yeah,
did find stuff,
It'd be all right.
expressed his disgruntlement with the BBC and with Doctor Who and how it was done
yeah,
Mm.
only a few years afterwards,
Yeah.
and therefore burned any bridges, and therefore has stuff that is boxed into a corner with because he can't exploit it at all.
yeah,
We jumped on immediately, and Doctor Who fans, if he suddenly sold Marco Polo somehow, it would get out.
Yeah.
Somehow it would get out, you know. So charity, all that sort of thing, blah 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 blah. I don't believe it. I
Mm.
don't
yeah,
believe that's the case. But I did think it was an interesting process.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and they
And
do
what-
always say that that first series, more prints were made of that first series
I
than
think that's been debunked though,
does it? All right.
Mm.
because it was separated. There were a huge, this the difference between stored field and the other one that's
Um,
Brainiac.
yeah. But yeah, there's the original version they did only would capture one frame, so you'd get
Yeah,
200 lines of detail. And
yeah,
then the stored field would get both fields, so you get the whole
just so, just so, just so.
um,
And the one field ones that are things where like some of the Rain and Terror episodes, they're very steppy.
yeah.
You can
Quite
see
massive
there's
episodes. Yeah,
an
yeah.
entire field missing.
Yeah.
And they made an entire second run of all the Doctor Who episodes from the tapes, which still existed at that point, sometime
Yeah,
like 66, 67.
yeah,
66, I think, because the Highlanders was wiped about 6 weeks after it was shown. Um, and they recalled all the original one field ones. What the hell is the term? Skip field. Yeah, they recalled the Skipfield ones and started distributing. So all those multiple copies of Marco Polo that should, theoretically should exist. I think the theory is they were recalled generally and destroyed and substituted with the better ones,
Yeah.
of which there were fewer.
Yeah. And then they never sold it to Mexico, so that was that.
But still, that does mean there were more copies of it floating around
yeah.
at all that could have escaped before being
Yeah.
destroyed. And it still is weird. We've got 3 master plans and no Marco Polo.
Yes.
Really, that is a bit fucked up. It's a quirk. It's got to be, it's this quirk that I think may will into existence more master plan episodes. It won't be will. It won't be will at all. They'll always have existed. It's just, yeah.
I mean, Doctor Who is actually quite unusual in stuff that gets returned to various archives, in that it's come back so sort of piecemeal, hasn't it?
Mm.
Whereas a lot of other stuff does come back in large, like Pathfinders was thought to be missing, and then all of it, apart
Yeah, they
from
just found it. Yeah,
Destination Luna,
yeah.
was just found. They just found all of it.
Yeah.
And that occasionally happens. Doctor Who isn't like that. Whether it's a BBC thing, I don't know. But
A complete and utter history of Britain was missing for years, and then suddenly go, oh yeah, we've got it.
then
And the whole lot's there.
it's all
I'd
back.
say actually Doctor Who was like that, but it was in the late 70s and early 80s.
Yeah,
When the BBC audited their collections across their various branches.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue we got what we have of seasons 1 and 2 back at that point.
yeah.
So it did happen, but it happened very early.
Mm.
And Doctor Who's got that particular massive interest in missing episodes that's long since been forgotten about, really.
Yeah.
I've always thought it surprising we haven't had more privately made copies like the Steptoes. The 1970 season of Steptoes that Galton and Simpson had on CV 2100 tapes,
Yeah.
reel to reel.
Yeah.
If writers could have afforded to make them, okay, they were pretty high up writers by that point, then you'd think a few more people might have afforded to make copies as showreel actors.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Um,
part of the issue was a lot of the fans were kids, and they wouldn't have had the resources to do that.
that's what I'm
Um,
saying. Professionals, actors who worked on it,
mm,
or
Yeah.
directors, people who could afford to do it, had access, like the guys who got bits of Top of the Pops recorded off the original quad tapes.
yeah,
Onto earlier formats, engineers. I've always been surprised there haven't been any more any tape recoveries at all, actually, of 60s Doctor Who, a domestic tape, or even bits of it.
yeah,
Apart from Space Pirates episode 2.
yeah. Ironically,
Annoyingly,
yeah,
that's the only one that I know of.
yeah.
Plenty of audios, but none of that.
Well, it was that bloke in Australia that might have taped loads if it hadn't
Well, that
destroyed his
indeed,
collection. Yeah,
indeed, so near yet so far there, I suspect.
indeed. Yeah,
Except that you'd think, from what one can gather about him,
mm,
you'd think he was a Doctor Who fan. He would know, surely, he would have the internet.
yeah,
He
Yeah.
must realize that his CV 2100 copies are the only copies of the Space Pirates and would digitize them. I mean, he had generations of machines. It's like here,
yeah,
you start with the reel-to-reel video machines from the 60s, and then you go to U-matics, and then
Yeah.
N1500s, and then Beta, and then VHS, and then SVHS, and then TV.
yeah.
Um,
For anyone who doesn't know, we should probably mention this. This guy was he was based in Melbourne in Australia, and he had a house full of junk. I mean, he would keep everything.
Yeah.
And after he died, the family went in, and a lot of it was disposed of,
yeah, the
including,
early stuff,
sadly, the early stuff is all gone.
sadly,
Uh,
which
um,
could have covered Lake Trout and repeats in the early 70s in
yeah,
71, Space Pirates,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
But I
even
mean,
Daleks and stuff.
he was a strange pathology, that bloke, because he would tape it every time it was on, so he would have multiple
Mm,
copies of things like
mm.
Planet of the Daleks. So yeah, it was very
Yeah,
odd, but yeah,
he was wealthy and the house was massive, but the house was full.
full to the brim.
Um,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I kind of did
Mm.
that when I was a kid. I used to, when I was a teenager, if something was on again, I would tape it again. But then I
Really?
inevitably thought, oh, now I've got this twice, I'll just tape over one of them.
yeah,
But I always used to kind of do it. If there was on the rare occasion there was a Doctor Who repeat on, I thought, oh, I'll tape it again.
yeah,
But
Do
then
you know I,
like I said, then I would go, no, I would have got two now. I'll just tape over it.
I do it with continuities. I collect the continuities from there's people who they just collect them and
Yeah,
put them up available to download. Things like UK Gold repeats of Doctor Who in the 90s. But
yeah,
actually, a lot of stories, that was my copy for a lot of the time. And it's really
yeah,
familiar seeing that kind of like UK Gold dog and going dee 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 dee
yeah, yeah.
before the shit copy of An Earthly Child starts with speckles all over it. So
Well,
I,
I remember going around yours, and you were taping Doctor Who at midnight off UK Gold, and
yeah,
sitting there and religiously snipping out the adverts,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
carrying on with the second half. And it was
Was it
like a
Destiny of the
nightly ritual.
Daleks?
It was, yeah, yeah.
I think it was actually, yeah.
I
You
do
probably
remember
never
that. Yeah,
watched
yeah,
them.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, it was absolutely this thing, but it was, I thought these are my best copies ever now. This is it, I've done it.
yeah,
Wow. And now all those shelves are in a little box next to me
yeah.
in better quality.
yeah,
Yeah. It is extraordinary. We were talking about in our chat, listener. We were talking about Knights of God, weren't we? And you were saying
Hmm.
you thought the original tapes of it might not actually exist.
mm,
Um, and that's from what, 84? 84?
89.
Was it? Was it that late? Was
I
it?
think it was 89, 88, 89, 87 maybe. Oh no,
Yeah.
it was 87
it's,
because Troughton was in it. It wasn't
Yeah,
89.
yeah. I
Troughton,
was going to say,
yeah.
isn't
It was
Trout
his
in it? Yeah,
last. No, it wasn't his last thing. People say it was his
That
last
was
thing.
Super
His
Grand.
last thing was Supergrad, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Inspector Morse. I think he was Inspector Morse quite late, wasn't he?
No, I
Oh,
always thought it was
his last thing,
Supergrad.
Superground, was filmed a week before his death.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh,
So
okay.
basically, don't go to North Tyneside. Didn't film in Time Booth League.
Will knock you.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's extraordinary to think they might have lost the original tapes of something made that late.
I think TVS, though, that with a lot of the companies that came along, you get these 60s ITV companies, they last for ages.
Yeah,
And even Rediffusion, a lot of stuff's being found now by the sound of it. I'm hoping they have more from them. I'm hoping they have Objective Returns, which is clearly more interesting than Object Z.
yeah,
It's disappointed me a bit in terms of the writing. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I've lost my point. Hello.
yeah. We were just saying about things, more recent things having gone missing. Because I think
Yeah.
I mentioned
Yeah.
as well. There's
Yes. Yeah.
there's an episode of Dick Turpin, the Richard O'Sullivan Dick
Yeah.
Turpin, that's only on a quite bad VHS copy, and you're thinking that was 1981. You know, they should.
There's episodes of Winter Ghost that they were wiping in the 90s. I mean,
In
actively
the
Yeah,
wiping.
90s, and they were only saved, but yeah, UK Gold had copies
UK
because
Gold
they've
had
been
copies,
showing
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank God.
it's extraordinary.
Incredible. Yeah, well, that
Well,
was Adam Lee, wasn't it?
Yeah,
mm,
His mad moments, um, which does seem incredible now. I mean, not all. I suppose it is a long time later, but
yeah,
yeah, it's. I mean, archive material, the exploitation of it is so utterly different now.
mm,
Point one is YouTube.
yeah,
There's so much stuff up there, and a lot of it put up by copyright, like the BBC.
yeah.
yeah,
We've talked about. I go and look at the BBC archive site every day and see what new piece of ephemera they've put up.
yeah,
Yeah, but Doctor Who, to get back to the
yeah,
point,
yeah,
I suppose that's the big one. That's always been the big one. That is the biggest one, isn't it? Let's face it.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
that's the one that has the greatest interest. It has the greatest commercial value.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah. By
In
yeah.
terms of cheaply made archive 60s black and white television, it's the money spinner, which is kind of ironic, really, isn't it? I quite like that. But
yeah. Because they
at the end
will,
of the day, Doctor Who won.
if anything's found, it's going to be, on Blu-ray within
Oh
the
yeah,
year once it's
yeah.
been cleaned up. Because
Yeah.
It's not going to not be released. It's not going to be vanishing into a vault like some stuff and never seen again.
yeah, because I mean, back in the day, in the 90s, if something turned up, you had to rely on being able to get a kind of pirate copy of it from somewhere,
Absolutely.
which
Yeah.
actually, in fairness, wasn't difficult because you know, the as you said, the BBC Lee Clicker Sieve, they were
Well,
fucking
it's
everywhere.
something like the Ice Warriors they found in what, 88, 89, and then
Yes.
Yeah,
it wasn't released. It was just in a
yeah.
vault somewhere for years.
I had it.
I had it. I had it
I
with
saw it
time clocks
eventually.
on.
I must have seen it in the early 90s, yeah.
It might be at my place or Paul's place. Or
I joined a Doctor Who club while I was at university at the time, and I joined
Yeah, right.
a Doctor Who club there, and they put it on there.
Yeah,
So, I mean, obviously, Film is Fabulous they've kind of released a statement saying that there's more than 2 episodes out there.
yeah.
yeah,
Do we know any more than that? Is it just
I mean, I'd like to take a moment to dwell on the enormity of that. That is the first firm statement we have had in 12 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Vanessa has gone. No, Vanessa said there are 2 episodes that exist in private hands I know of.
Mm.
Mm.
But this is an organization now. This is going. Yes, there are more out there, and more than 2,
yeah.
and that's all we know. Sorry, what was the question?
I was just saying, I mean, with your contacts, is that all you've heard? You don't know anything more than that?
Nothing at all,
Yeah,
basically. And also, they've now put their cards on the table.
yeah,
They've
Somewhat.
stated intent. You can't say that without all of us going, right then, the clock's ticking now. Off you
Yeah.
go. Deliver.
yeah,
We'll give you our money if we can. A lot of people have, and good.
Mm.
But they're in a corner now. They've got to pony up at some point,
yeah.
Yeah.
or else. That sounded too threatening. I'm not sort of standing outside their houses, kind of going, "All right, Film is Fabulous, come on." Things can get broken very easily, can't they?
Where's my episodes?
That
Like
old
your
film's very
grandmother.
flammable.
Like your
A lot of
grandmother.
nice films here. Just something happened to them.
So have there been any rumors about, apart from Doctor Who and we mentioned the Avengers, are there anything else they've
Not that I've
been
heard, not
rumors
that I've
about?
read. No,
Yeah,
no. Just this vague suggestions of very large collections
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
that will perhaps now be able to be accessed.
I
You
yeah,
mean,
know, they
us being
haven't said
us.
they've got anything.
Yeah.
They've said they are aware of more than 2 Doctor Who episodes in private collections. That's
yeah,
all they've said.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of gun jumping, of course,
yeah,
but that's all they've said. They ain't said we've got them. I think to announce it without knowing they can get them, maybe when this charitable status is established, maybe if they have enough money,
yeah,
foolish. So maybe it's a gamble. Maybe it's a kind of like, all right, we need to unlock this. The way to do it is by stating it.
yeah,
That will bring us the donations. We need to get them back and then just further their cause, and all power to them.
yeah.
I mean, us
Yeah,
being us, I'm sure we're all hoping to see more A for Andromeda and stuff like that, you know.
I'd
Yeah,
love to
yeah,
see A for Andromeda. I'd love to see that. I
Mm.
really would.
yeah.
Um,
Some earlier Ace of Ones.
Yeah.
I think that's less likely. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
I
it
do
was
think
ever
that that's
tele-recorded.
quite unlikely. Yeah,
Well, I've got a feeling it was tele-recorded.
yeah,
Because that's how it's going to survive. It's not going to be tape. It's not going to be unless it's domestic tape. It's very
okay,
unlikely to
yeah,
be 2-inch quad tape was reused.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, you don't find missing stuff very often on quad unless it's misfiled because it was really expensive and reusable. Film,
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
much more chance. So Ace of Wands, I've got a, yeah, I'd love that as well, of course, but
yeah.
I think it's unlikely. Um, I'd love to be proved wrong on that. I'd love it.
You
In
know, they're
fact,
doing a
what the
new
hell are the title sequences like?
Yes.
they're doing a new
So,
quote signs complete release of the Likey Lads with all of it on there, all of it that exists anyway,
Oh,
including audio recordings apparently.
yeah,
So that's quite
yeah.
interesting.
On Callan as well. I'd like to see some Callan.
Mm.
I think
yeah,
Callan's possible. If Avengers, another ABC production. If there's one Avengers out there, there might be one Callan. That'd be nice.
yeah,
Callan's
Yeah.
great. But they had an audio on their complete edition as well of an episode with Jacqueline Pierce, in
yeah.
which she sounds absolutely like Jacqueline Pierce. It's just oi, there's Servalan again. There we go.
Yeah, I suppose with the ATV stuff, it depends, how widely distributed it was. Sort of early Callan and Public Eye and stuff like that. Depends how, did it have much of a market abroad?
I don't know their histories, but
Yeah,
they would surely have been just as much, if not more, engaged in selling their product, being commercial entities than the BBC.
yeah,
You'd
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Lugo. Obviously, ITC is the king, and Granada, because ITC made it all on film and kept the film.
yeah,
Mm.
So we have The Prisoner, we have Danger Man, we have we have the entirety of Robin Hood from 1955.
yeah,
Mm.
Um, whereas look at the State of Quatermass 2 from the same year.
Yeah.
Um, there was. I think there was also that sort of thing going against the BBC of kind of, well, we're not commercial. We're not. Why should we retain them? What are we going to do with them? What on earth's the point?
yeah,
Yeah.
Good heavens!
Yeah.
We've informed, educated, and entertained once. They can have something else tomorrow. Whereas Lou Grade was absolutely, yeah, let's sell this to the States.
yeah. I think Master Plan's a fair shout,
Mm.
for
Yeah.
all the reasons that you gave before.
Yeah.
I think Hartnells are more likely than Trouton's probably.
Mhm.
But you never know.
Historically, always has been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having said that, is that correct? Because we've had two
We have a
complete stories of Trouton, two
yeah.
millennium, and one
Yeah.
almost complete story.
I mean, season 5's done well. There's about 20 episodes to come back, but then season
Yeah.
4, nothing's come back. It's very strange.
And we're all old enough to remember the days when season 5 was Nout.
Yeah, there was like 2 episodes. Yeah,
Yeah. Snowmen,
yeah.
Weatherfield 1,
Yeah.
and those two of Wheel in Space. And that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the one of Enemy. The one of
Well, I
Enemy.
was gonna say, yeah, one episode of
Yeah.
Enema of the
Enemy.
World,
Um,
an enemy of the world.
An enemy of the world.
that took a path. So yeah, but
Yeah.
season 5 used to be so little, and now we have,
Yeah.
we know what season 5 can. Apart from Fury, Fury is the standout, isn't it? With Nout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I
Snowman's
mean, I
not.
feel like with Trown, we're lucky because we've still got telesnaps even from completely missing stories, apart from
Yes.
Space, really.
Yes.
I would love to see some more Space Bikes. I would love to see some more
I would.
season 3.
Season 3. I love the John
Mythmakers
Wiles
Massacre.
era.
You know,
It's great.
yeah, it's so mysterious. I'd love to see some of that.
Give us some Mythmakers, give us some Master Plan, give us some Massacre.
Yeah,
Really, I'm very into that. Also, it seems to be M's Macra. I want to see Macra Terror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see some more. Like, absolutely, as Baz just pointed out, I agree entirely. Yeah, I think they're the two most mysterious seasons. Season 3 is that bit more mysterious because we ain't got telesnaps.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I'm happy with anything coming back. I'll even be happy if it's some Celestial Toymaker, grudgingly. But and if it's episode 3, where they're spending their entire time doing Hunt the fucking Pie, or whatever it is, in that fucking kitchen.
Well, it's worse.
Right.
It's worse if it's episode 2 with the N word. I mean, if that comes back.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! I've forgotten about that. Yeah, it'll be that then, won't it? I've forgotten about that.
Get lost again.
I mean, Toymaker, I think, is my least wanted.
Yeah.
What are yours?
I think I'd like to
good.
see the Savages, actually. I'd like to see some.
You'd like to see it? Yeah, I'd like to see it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'd like to see it. Yeah. I think Savage is a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, if it's any one story, it's Macra. I just love Macra Terror.
That would
Probably
be your
because
top
I'm a big
pick.
fan of the Prisoner.
Yeah.
For me, I think it'd be the Mythmakers. I'd love to see the Mythmakers.
Indeed.
Least excited about, probably Celestial Toymaker.
Yeah. We all agree on Toymaker. It was just kind of like,
Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird one because it's one of those stories that had this kind of reputation in the 80s. You know, when we were all becoming fans. That had this reputation for being fantastic, and you know, when the novel came out, everybody was like, "Oh, it's a Celestial Toymaker."
Yeah, absolutely.
These are the same fans.
Now and you think,
these are the same fans that thought the Gunman Fires was absolute trash.
Yeah,
absolutely. Our early tastes were so informed by their tastes.
Yeah.
Well, our early opinions, not tastes, because we couldn't see them. But episode 4 ain't great. Episode 1, I think, it'd be the most interesting of the lot to see. We'd certainly got clips of Master Plan and Massacre, hurrah! And it's got Hartnell in it. Good, that helps. But the middle
it's not just a hand.
I'd quite like to see the missing bits of Reign of Terror, actually.
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Because
I quite like Reign of Terror.
Yeah.
With one will pick up. It's sad to hear all of his episodes missing.
And the vault underground that we have no photos of, well, at least not out there. That would be good. Ian taking some initiative.
Yes.
Yeah. And obviously, Marco Polo. I'd love to see Marco Polo.
Yes.
Just see what it looks like, really. I mean, the photos are so beautiful. And because it's really long, but it means you get to sit with those characters and you get to know them, and it's quite the journey.
I think it's supposed to take about 6 months, isn't it? The actual story.
Something like that. Yeah.
And that's great. What other Doctor Who story does that?
Yeah.
Absolutely taking the time and breathing,
Yeah. I mean, on the negative side, you've got a lot of Western actors in yellowface.
Yeah.
But
on the bright side, at least it's black and white.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not going to be quite Talon's level for that, but you have. But we know that. we're braced for it. We've seen the photos, we've seen the telesnaps, we've got the audio. None of them are played as caricatures, though.
No.
No, there's that.
There's
dreadful-
one guy, I think.
There's
Yeah.
the camp
The
way station guy.
yeah,
There's him. Yeah,
Wang
he
Lo,
was
whatever his name is. Yeah,
Wang
yeah.
Lo. Wang Lo.
Yeah.
Wang Lo. He's called Wang Lo.
Wang Lo.
Yeah. How very disturbing. um, yeah.
Wang Lo, I should see a doctor about that. Oof.
And Wang Lo walks off past his bush, and the bush goes, "They don't know I'm watching."
Oh.
And a horse appears with an arm and
Yes.
nibbles at the bush. Good. Little time round flight of fancy there at the end.
Yes.
So that's what Marco Polo will show us. The horse was there all along. Good.
Yeah. Excellent. That's the
Excellent.
answer. That's what we've been waiting for. Yeah,
It must have been in Wall of Lies. That's the one we haven't got telesnaps for.
of course.
Yes.
That's it. And that's why the telesnaps were banned. Just very Lambert said, "Yeah, we can't afford the horse with an arm. We're not doing that in Doctor Who anymore. That's just it didn't exist, didn't happen. Fine, good. Moving on. I would like to see Mission to the Unknown as well, just because it's Mission to the Unknown.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, what the hell was Mark Corey wearing?
Yeah, that is a mystery. Yeah.
Did he actually have smudges of dirt on his face? Did he? Can we know anything apart from that he was Edward D'Souza?
Yes.
Please, can we have a germ of what he looked like and how it was?
Do you remember about a week before Tomb of the Cybermen came back? They'd found a clip. I can't remember what it was from. They'd found a clip of something.
Was it Master Plan?
And they were making I remember DWB having this massive thing about, they found this clip, it's the best thing ever. And like a week later, they find all of Tomb of the Cybermen.
I think it was Master Plan. I think it
Was
was
it?
the film footage from episode 1 with the model shot landing and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think it was that stuff. That was around the same time. Well, I certainly remember DWB having a massive splash about it. It was incredibly exciting.
Yeah, it just made me laugh
that
they kind of make a big deal about that. And then it was literally about a week later, they found all of Tomb of the Cybermen.
So what was the thing that was handed back at Missing Believe Wipe that we were at, Baz?
Yeah, wasn't that? They had some
one?
clips from episode 2 that had gone missing.
That's
They
the
came
episode
back
2
again.
film stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, that's right. Was two was 92, wasn't it?
It was 91, I think.
God blimey. That was a heady time.
Yeah.
That was a heady time.
Right.
Well, I suppose to wrap up, that proves it can happen. In our lifetimes, we've had entire stories come back
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
Almost an entire story. And lots of episodes, really.
Yeah.
So there's cause for hope. I think Film is Fabulous have got it in hand. I have great faith in them.
Yeah.
Let's see what
If
happens.
there's anything out there, they'll get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And there is something out there because they've said so. I mean, there is stuff out
kind of
there.
have. Yeah.
And I think the fact they've said so means that it's at least close to being in the bag in one way or the other.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be insane to mention it.